Rogers. We're here with one of your clients, Ralph Harris. And Ralph, why don't you tell us quickly how long you've been training with Rogers and what your experience has been so far?
Okay, cool, yeah. I've been training a couple of months now, 3 or 4. Before that I was training with another trainer. And, you know, it's been obvious to me that Rogers has just taken my whole workout program to another level. So it's not just the training, it's the science behind it, and also combining the eating. We've made a few tweaks and all of a sudden it's made a big difference for me. So, you know, if you are really serious about working out and you want to put in the time, then I totally recommend giving this a go and working out with Rogers. But you got to be serious. I mean, this is not playing games.
How many days a week are you training?
I'm training 5 days a week, so every day.
Okay.
And when we come in, we're not playing around, but it's fun. You know, if you're going to put in the time, you'll get the reward, and Rogers works with you really well for you to understand exactly what you're doing, and then you go, okay, let's do this, and then you see the result.
What recommendations would you make for a novice who's never worked with a trainer before if they're training with Rogers for the first time?
Well, actually, I've introduced him to a couple of people that are just starting out, and they're having the same experience where, you know, if you've got zero muscle, then obviously you're going to be lifting lighter weights, but you can still get a burn on a light weight. So, you know, it's a combination. You know, you've got to train hard, and then you got to eat, and then you got to sleep.
Rogers, what results specifically have you noticed when training with Ralph?
Well, just when he first came to me, first thing I do is I kind of take a look at obviously the anatomy and see what he needs to shape in terms of symmetry. You know, I take a look at the muscle bellies, things like that. In his case, he's tall. You know, he has more of what is an ectomorph frame, ectomorph body make. So what that means is like usually long bones, small bones, you know, very lean, hard to gain mass, hard to gain muscle, hard gainer, so to speak. So with Ralph, it's more of a slow process. A lot more shaping. I think the shaping for him is going to do wonders for him, only because he's so tall. So we shape him first. You know, after we get the shaping, the symmetry done, then I can see what we're working with, and if he wants to apply more mass, we apply more mass to get him bigger, you know, or thicker or fuller. You know, most guys want to look good in their clothes. You want to look good out of your clothes as well. So that's my perspective.
Yeah. And my goal isn't to get big, and I don't want to be but I just want to have a good shape. You know, it's not about having huge muscles and running around.
But what I see, as you ask for results with him is he's got 3 times as strong since he's been here. And that's the way I train. Actually, I go after the muscle. What I'm teaching him, what he hasn't, what he did well previously, you know, this is something that he hadn't actually ventured into yet, is how to actually get the most out of the muscle, out of the science, like he said before, the science behind actually making the muscle work. It's one thing to get in the gym and lift weights. It's another thing. Training consists of 4 different elements: pushing, pulling, squeezing, and breathing. I teach more squeezing and breathing versus pushing and pulling. And what that does is get the actual work out of the muscle. And what it does is safer. It's actually a lot less stress on the joints, on the ligaments, on the tendons, and things like that. So you're in the gym, you want to build muscle, so you want the muscle to work. You have to find the science as to how to make that muscle work. And the way to do that is by squeezing the muscle and making it work.
Rogers, typically, how long does it take before clients start to see results, noticeable results?
I see results myself until today. We're talking within a couple of weeks, you know, because a lot of things I run into with new clients is that they've never been sore, or they've never felt soreness in a certain area. Like, for instance, the back, which is a very extreme area to get sore for a lot of people. And they come here, and when they train with me, they've actually gotten sore in those areas. They're like, I've never been sore here before. Well, the reason for that being is because when a lot of people are doing back exercises, back consists of a lot of pulling. And unfortunately for a lot of people, they're strong pulling, more stronger pulling than pushing. That what they do, obviously, is they tend to lift the weight, they pull, instead of squeezing. They don't realize that you actually can use these muscles to squeeze. Once they learn what they can do, they learn how to squeeze with those muscles, they see those muscles transform. They start to see the results. And so usually, within something as soon as 2 weeks, people start to see results. You know, and we're not just talking back, we're talking the entire body.
It also depends on how often you're working out.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're working out once a week, then you're not going to suddenly start seeing it after two workouts. But if you're doing 3 times a week, then obviously 2 weeks, that's 6 workouts, and you're eating properly, you should I started to see some difference. And not so much in the muscle, but definitely in the strength, as you were saying.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Because he hasn't seen it. The reason why he hasn't seen a lot of it in the muscle, because he's a hard gainer. See, the hard gaining thing, and we're gonna have to build muscle on him, but he's gotten stronger. So he's got the fibers, he's gotten stronger. The idea now is to actually for him to now start seeing those gains on the surface, which means he'll get bigger muscle, get thicker, you'll see more mass, and that's just another step in the program. Pretty much.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you.